Here we have another recursive definition, this time for a set S of trees. Now the recursive rule here, I've actually just drawn the picture of what is to be done. I think that's almost easier to see what it's saying than to sort through all the words. In words, what it would say is if T prime is one of these trees, then a new one is created by a new one T, and you can think of this whole thing here as T. A new one T is created by taking two copies of T prime, putting them next to each other. That's exactly what we've done right here. And creating a new vertex V, and then drawing an edge from V to each of the roots R in the copies of T prime. So T prime is a tree with root R. So it's like we start out with just this right here. Let's say we start out with just this here. This is T prime. It has this root. What the recursive rule says is, okay, make a copy of it. Okay, that's the copy there. Now create a new vertex V. Connect V to each of the roots R in the copies of T prime below. Now that new thing, this new thing is in S. This new tree T here. All right, let me show you the first few iterations of the recursive rule. Okay, so first we'd have the basis step, right? So the basis, that would just be that. We could think of this as R there. Okay, in the next stage, or the recursive rule 1 stage, what happens is we make two copies of, now this is like our T prime. So we make two copies of T prime. Create a new vertex V and connect it to the roots there and there. Okay, and so that's our new tree. So recursive rule 1 creates, now to take off all of the rectangles and everything else and the T prime, we'll see what we actually have, right? It's actually that tree there. R, and V. So now in recursive rule 2, we're thinking of this now as our T prime, and we're going to think of maybe relabeling V as now the root R. Okay, so drawing two copies of this, we would have R, or create this thing V, go like that. That's our new tree in recursive rule 2. And notice you really don't need these labels of R and T as long as you know that which one is the root and all that. Okay, so recursive rule 3, let's see, let me draw this thing. You'd have so I've just redrawn that thing right there. Let me draw another one. Add a new, these are our R's there. Add a new vertex V, go like that. Now that's the thing created in recursive rule 3. Now we relabel V as R and continue the process again, over and over and over again.